A major accident occurred in the Kolihan mine of Hindustan Copper Limited in the Neem Thana district of Rajasthan when the lift chain broke in the mine. Now, the vigilance team from Kolkata and senior officials of Khetri Copper Corporation are trapped in the lift. There are still some who are trapped. According to the reports, it is being told that 14 officers, including the vigilance team of Kolkata, were trapped in the lift that has fallen from a height of 1,875 feet. That's quite a fall ladies and gentlemen, to point out to you the particular height from which this lift fell. And the rescue operations had been on ever since in full swing. So far, what we are learning is 10 out of the 14 have been rescued. And all of those who have been rescued have been taken to hospitals to give them proper medical care. Ambulances have been kept prepared to cater to any emergency situation that arises on the grounds there. However, till now, there has been no confirmation regarding any injuries suffered. And Kolihan mine of Hindustan Copper Limited is located in Khetri area of Neem Thana. On Tuesday, the vigilance team of Kolkata had come to HCL's Kolihan mine. And at night, everyone was coming through the lift machine. They had taken that lift machine when suddenly the chain broke and the lift fell. As of now, no officers are present at the spot as giving any answer as to why the vigilance team from Kolkata had come to the mine in the first place. Right now, we have some reactions lined up for you with this entire matter that's taken place, that's unfolded. Let's first have a look at that.
घटना की सूचना मिली है। एक जनप्रतिनिधि होने के नाते यहाँ आना आवश्यक था। निश्चित रूप से हम लोग यहाँ पे आए हैं और मैं तो आपके माध्यम से कहना चाहता हूँ कि सब लोग जो प्रशासन है, पूरा एक्टिव प्रशासन है यहाँ पे। जब हमने यहाँ पे कॉल किया, तुरंत लोग हाजिर हुए हैं, चाहे हमारे उपखंड अधिकारी हो, चाहे हमारे कलेक्टर साहब हो, एसपी साहब हो। प्रशासनिक लेवल पे मैं मानता हूँ कि बहुत फुर्ती से काम किया गया है, कहीं कोई लापरवाही नहीं की गई है। और अंदर खदान की जो बात है, उसके मामले में ये HCL प्रोजेक्ट वाले ज़्यादा समझते हैं। आम जन का उसमें प्रवेश भी बंद है। और हम लोग जब यहाँ पे आए उस वक्त से ये रेस्क्यू कार्यक्रम चल रहा है। इनका कोई लिफ्ट है, उनकी रस्सी टूटने से ये हादसा हुआ है, जैसा जानकारी में आया बाहर। उसमें रात से रेस्क्यू चल रहा है, सुबह जाके हमें कामयाबी मिली है। 3 फेज़ का रेस्क्यू हो चुका है। फर्स्ट फेज़ में 3 लोगों को बाहर निकाला गया है, सेकेंड फेज़ में 5 लोगों को लेके आए और थर्ड फेज़ में 2 लोगों को लेके आए। कुल 10 लोगों को रेस्क्यू किया गया है। 5 लोग अभी अंदर हैं और वो भी सेफ बताए जा रहे हैं। इसमें सुखद पहलू ये है कि कोई कैजुअल्टी नहीं हुई है, ईश्वर की बड़ी कृपा रही है। सबके पैर में इंजरी ज़्यादा है क्योंकि ऊपर से फ्री फॉल हुआ है, इसलिए पैर में इंजरी ज़्यादा है। हमने व्यक्तिगत जो अंदर से जो लोग आए हैं उनसे बात भी की है। जो अर्ली इंजर्ड हैं उनको जयपुर रेफर किया गया है और जिनको जो यहाँ पे स्थानीय स्तर पे जो उपचार हो सकता था उनको यहाँ भी स्थानीय स्तर पे उपचार किया जा रहा है। निश्चित रूप से बहुत बड़ी कृपा रही है ईश्वर की। सब लोगों ने प्रार्थना की है, आमजन भी यहाँ पे उपस्थित है, रात से उपस्थित है, क्योंकि ये मानवीय संवेदना का मामला है। इसलिए सब लोग प्रार्थना भी कर रहे हैं कि सब लोग सकुशल हों।
Well, now I'll bring in Major General TPS Rawat, retired Major General TPS Rawat, mine and tunnel expert and former Chief Engineer of the BRO, into this bulletin. Mr. Rawat, thank you for speaking to us and joining us on this bulletin. Our very first question to you, let us try and understand what's unfolded at this particular mine. A drop of 1,872 feet. What exactly has gone wrong? Was it the electricity that was an issue? Was it the particular chain which was connected to the lift that was an issue? What are we learning so far with regards to what went wrong?
Good afternoon, good morning. Thanks for letting me join in this program of yours. In fact, I was traveling and I have to fly to catch when I was caught by you. So basically, what I've heard now as to what has actually happened. This is basically a shaft, which is constructed where you go down into the mine, deep down, and to do all your coal collection and all those operations. And what data you just showed, from that one can gather that it's a very old mine, NAS were saying from 19th century it was there, and 1967 it's been handed over to HCL, and they have been conducted operations here. So what I feel what must have gone wrong is, first of all, it's a very old mine, and the system which would have been placed there must have been, not commensurate to the safety measures and the equipment which we have in the present day world. And thereafter, the main important thing is, the maintenance of what is actually there. Now, it is an unfortunate accident that, when the people were coming up, I believe that's the time when the cable broke. That's what is floating in the news. And the mine has gone down 1,800, 577 meters. And the speed at which whenever you throw an object down, it goes with an acceleration of 9.8 meter per second. So that's the kind of speed and the impact what it would have had when it would have gone down. So it is quite a bit, and I believe some people have broken their legs and had some fractures also. So it is fortunate that these people have survived. But the major question is, when you have such systems, old mines, I think there would be a kind of number of a lot of such kind of old mines, which are there in the country, and which need to be maintained and brought up to the safety standards which are there. In the present day world, you have such system where all these cables which are put, the stresses which are coming onto them, the status of the equipment which is, supporting it, and holding and letting the system move up and down. All things can be checked online, with the system and sensors placed. So we have to have this. This is an unfortunate incident which has happened and will happen in case if all the maintenance issues are not concerned. And I'm sorry to say, but then I have a feeling, being the core of engineers and otherwise seeing as to what kind of accidents take place, we are very, very, kind of lethargic or kind of, take it as a matter of routine when we are doing
Absolutely.
maintenance of such systems and all, and, repairing and carrying out the operations. When we do such annual or routine maintenances, we have to ensure we put the best equipment, check
Right.
everything in detail, and not just go and sign the registers there and say, okay, check. That is what's happening. And this is a result of that kind of lethargy which must have taken place. I can't say that it would have happened, but if an accident happens, so these are the reasons. But they're lucky. It was a shaft which has been constructed going down. There was a
Right.
place from where these people could be, you could have a kind of a you could communicate with them, you could go down that thing. Otherwise, wherever you find children and all falling into the shaft, it's so narrow that you have to dig a well next to it and then go down and then reach that person. So
In fact, I'm sorry to interrupt you here, Mr. Rawat, but also help us understand from your expertise over the years in this particular area. As you just mentioned about the safety measures, and we've seen that the government of India has come up with several regulations, and then there have been amendments to those regulations time and again. But even despite that, we were just showing a bar graph of the mining accidents that's taken place in India since 2015, and that we can just see on our screens shortly. In fact,
yeah, that's reducing.
2015, yes, it's definitely reduced, but they're still taking place at quite an alarming rate. So where is the lack coming in from? What exactly is lacking? Is it the implementation of these safety measures on the ground? Would you say that?
Yes, I would say that only it is the implementation of it. Because you can have a number of rules, but till the time the people on ground actually go and do their duty, such things will happen. And it's a very ironical fact. You have the ED, their vigilance team, and the top guys who are going down, and such an incident has happened. So it should actually pull these people and people who are on such jobs and maintaining such things, they should pull up the socks and be very careful. And whenever the inspections are done, they should be done with a microscopic lens to check everything. Because what is it? It's basically a material chain which has been put, a steel chain, which is moving on the rollers and taking it down. It can break any time when the stresses increase and you don't carry out the maintenance, don't do the replacements. So such accidents are bound to happen. But like you said, over the period of time, with the regulations coming, the safety standards being improved, the accidents have increased. But why should even a single accident happen? It should not
Absolutely.
happen.
Absolutely, Mr. Rawat. Thank you so much for bringing all of that into perspective and opening our eyes into what exactly does go on the ground. And with that, in fact, we have a quick update on this. Well, all the people who were stuck in that shaft have now been rescued, but unfortunately, there has been reported to be a casualty as well. One of them have passed away from this accident that's taken place. These are the latest visuals we are bringing to you from the ground. Remember, 15 ambulances were kept on standby to cater to each of the people who were stuck there. Unfortunately, one of them have passed away, but the good news is that they're all out of that shaft that was stuck since last night after a fall of 1,875 feet. Well, these are the visuals that we are bringing to you. This is the mishap that took place. In fact, the ironic part is the members of the Vigilance team who had come in from Kolkata were the ones who, in fact, got trapped in this shaft. And as we were just speaking to an expert on this matter as well, Mr. Rawat, who was just saying that the major point, the place where the problem arises is that despite the government bringing in new regulations, constantly amending those regulations on a daily basis, the situation on the ground is quite different and in fact quite grim. And even for that matter, this particular mine also that we have brought your focus to is quite an old mine, and that is probably one of the causes. The lack of maintenance is probably one of the causes which led to it. But then again, we have not ascertained the causes yet. That's something we'll keep a close watch on.